Gershon Baskin is the Middle East Director for the International Communities Organization. He's also a former hostage negotiator. He joins us this hour from Jerusalem. Gershon, thanks for taking the time to speak with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Here's part of an open letter you signed. It's from Israelis and Iranians. It's on social media. It's calling for an end to this conflict. Here's what you wrote. We call on both sides and the international community to take immediate steps towards ending the violence. They must find a way to bring all parties on the path of diplomacy. An immediate ceasefire should be the first step towards a broader diplomatic solution. The problem seems to be right now the Israeli Prime Minister has unified political support. His military seems to have the upper hand over Iran, and US support for this conflict only seems to be getting stronger. Many in Iran are rallying around the flag as well. At this point, it seems a ceasefire is not really on the table when it comes to Israel and Iran, and that's where it needs to start.
Well, it certainly does. And I think that we have to understand that might does not make right. And the people of Iran, the people of Israel, the people of this region are at risk by this continuation of the war. We always know where wars begin. We never know where they end or how they end. And what we need to see is an end to this war with a diplomatic agreement that will ensure that Iran will not have a nuclear bomb, and that we can move forward toward resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the other conflicts in this region. This is what international diplomacy should be about, not in supporting violent solutions to problems that have political answers. We now have the people of Israel rallying around the government in the face of military successes. There's no doubt that Israel is showing its superiority in the air and its ability to wage a war, but this is not an answer for Israel. This is not an answer for the Israeli people. I don't want to live in a country where I'm going to be hated around the world and feared around the world. I'd rather live in a country that's going to be accepted in this world of a country that's seeking to make peace with all of its neighbors, not going to war.
Israel and Iran have been fighting a proxy war for more than 4 decades. Is this the war they had to have before any kind of peace agreement could be possible?
I don't think so. I think there has to be a recognition that Iran has had a nuclear program for more than 30 years. Iran is a very sophisticated military, technological, scientific giant. If the Iranians really wanted a nuclear bomb, they would have had it by now. I mean, look at Pakistan and North Korea, who are much less sophisticated countries than Iran. I think that Iran is very clear wanted to be a nuclear breakout country. They wanted to be at the point where if they decided to make a bomb, they could do it in a short period of time. And of course, Israel didn't want Iran to be there. But we have to understand that there is no real conflict between the people of Israel and the people of Iran. We have regimes that are enemies of each other, and we all need to do a lot of work inside our countries to change the regimes that we have that I believe threaten our security much more than our neighbors.
I want you to listen to the Israeli Prime Minister. He did a nationally televised address. Here he is talking about international support for Israel.
We're targeting nuclear facilities, missiles, command centers, and symbols of the regime. I must tell you that I speak with world leaders, and there is tremendous admiration for our determination, for the achievement of our forces, and also great admiration for you, the citizens of Israel, for your resilience and your strength.
There are not a lot of voices out there complaining about Iran not having a nuclear weapons program, but it seems to me what you're saying is there's a much better way of going about doing that than just these aerial strikes, which Israel has been engaged in now for the last 7 days.
Yeah, let's not forget that there was a nuclear agreement with Iran that would have kept Iran at a much limited place in terms of nuclear enrichment. But it was Netanyahu that convinced President Trump in his first time to withdraw from an agreement. Netanyahu was directly responsible in doing that, of bringing Iran to a point closer to having a nuclear bomb than ever before. In the face of that, Israel decided to go and bomb Iranian nuclear facilities and missile sites and other things. There's no doubt Iran has used proxies against Israel, and those proxies have been decimated by Israel, both Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza. Those wars need to come to an end. We really need to have a region that's ready to accept each other and live in peace. The majority of people in this region no longer want to see this war. I just came back from a weekend in Paris for a conference that I helped to organize that brought together 300 Israelis and Palestinian civil society leaders who called for peace, who called for mutual recognition, who called for an end to these conflicts. This is what we need to encourage and see more of, not the kind of chest-beating power that Mr. Netanyahu is portraying to the world. This is not the solution for Israel.
Gershon Baskin, as always, sir, it is good to have you with us. It is good to hear your insights and your point of view. We appreciate it.